One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996.
I think there are, different philosophies on that in our industry. I know some current ADs and other senior level administrators who have made a decision in their career only to work at FBS level schools, just because that's where they want to be, and that's a great strategy. When I was at North Carolina and considering my next move onto being an AD, like I do with any major decision in my life or career or work, I sought some advice and counsel from people who I really respect and trust. And so that helped me make my decision. The first person that I talked to about that was the AD at North Carolina, my boss at that time, Bubba Cunningham. And Bubba gave me great advice in that, there's no right path. There's a right path for each individual. And so I had to determine what that right path was for me. There's no magic formula, and he really didn't think it was necessarily a dead-end road or no way back to FBS by leaving for an FCS job, or even a non-football job, Division I non-football job. So that helped me. The other person whose advice I sought was Rick Hart, now the AD at SMU. Rick was a major conference senior administrator then at Oklahoma, took the Chattanooga job, so an FCS level AD job, and then had been at that time recently moved on to be the AD at SMU. So he was somebody that had successfully navigated the move to FCS back to FBS. So his guidance and input was invaluable. The other thing that Rick and I have been friends for a long time, and that he stressed with me and has stressed with me for years, is don't take a job unless you're comfortable with that being your last job. And that's great advice for anybody in this industry. I've never taken a job with the next job in mind. And so when I made the decision to come to Maine, I carefully weighed a lot of factors. And it's a place where if this is my last job, I'm going to be very comfortable and happy here. And so you have to come in, I believe you have to come into a job with that mindset, because if your eyes are constantly on the horizon for what's next, I believe for me, it would limit my ability to be as effective as I can be for the University of Maine. So for me, I'm not concerned about getting back to FBS. I can't predict the future. So I'm not going to pretend to know what's going to happen 5, 10, 20 years from now. But I can tell you, for me, in career development and career decision in my standpoint, I made the decision to take the best job that was available to me and make sure that was a place and a job where I could be happy for a long time. Well, I think the most important thing is to establish your own personal criteria for what you're looking for in a job. That's something else that Bubba Cunningham really helped me with, is put down on paper with you and your family where you want to live, what kind of job you want, what you want your lifestyle to be, and choose jobs and choose to pursue opportunities that check most of those boxes. So for me, the University of Maine checked most of those boxes that I had listed in my personal criteria for what my next move would be. So I think that's a great way to take the emotion of wanting to apply for every job that's available out of it, and it gives you a centering spot to come back to and analyze objectively, okay, is this really something that's right for me in my career and right for my family? And that's a great way to look at it, and advice I would give to anybody that reached out to me for help.
And that's today's One Question, brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996. One Question is designed to give D1 Ticker subscribers valuable insights on how executive leaders in college athletics think about key issues on their respective campuses, in their departments, or within their leagues and conferences. One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996.